All right. Starting my Instagram. I'm assuming everyone can hear me since I didn't see anyone just waving me down, right? Cool. All right. So we're starting. Go ahead, start your playlist. I hope you like it. I will be very sad if you don't like the playlist. So we're sitting on our block. I like to do that, especially right when we start, because it can be really tight on your knees and quads if you just go right into like a hero's pose, basically. And you can, if you want to get really intense right off the bat, you feel free to just sit right between your heels or sit on the heels, which is a little less intense. But let's start out comfy if that's what you're into. So there's a type of pranayama breath work called Bhastrika, and we've done it before. It looks like this. You kind of pull down with your hands, you stop, hold your breath, exhale it out. But since we're doing this first black belt class, I thought we'd do the Apana Mudra, which is an actual mudra. It's meant to convey the feeling of expelling something. Apana is like a subtle energy in Hinduism that talks about downward and outward force within your body, which is translated literally with like excretion, urinating, etc., even menstrual cycle, sweat, anything that literally leaves your body. Your exhale too is apana. It's that kind of outward energy that you're kind of removing something that your body has used up and it's no longer needed. But it's also translated into like a more metaphorical translation of, releasing something that doesn't serve you anymore. Your body has used it and now it belongs back to the earth, kind of thing. So whether or not you do believe in mudras actually doing anything physically for you, you can also understand it in a more metaphorical, mental sense, where doing something that has a purpose can make you feel that purpose, if you know what I'm saying. So in our Bhastrika, instead of just reaching up and pulling down, we're going to reach up, doing Apana Mudra. Inhale, exhale, pull it down. You can go out here and pull down from here, but if I do this, you will hear my shoulders crack and no one wants to hear that. So I'm going to pull from here and pull down. So we're going to do this and this 10 times. And then we're going to come down, bring the thumbs to the center of our hands, fingers wrap around, knuckles push together. Take a deep breath in, hold the breath in, sip more in, and more. Hold it in, exhale, inhale, and exhale again. Keep the breath out when you exhale. Exhale a little bit more, and a little more. Hold it out, and release, inhale. So that's one round. It'll be a little slower when we do it. So now you have the idea what we're doing for Bhastrika. We're gonna start, and we're doing 10 of these to start and begin. Inhale, 1. And rest. Thumbs down, fingers wrap around, knuckles together. Deep inhale, hold the breath. Sip in a little more breath in. And a little more. Big exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale, hold it out. Exhale a little more. And a little more. Release, inhale. Good job. Second round, doing 3 rounds. Inhale and begin for 1. And 10. Thumbs down, fingers wrap around, knuckles together, deep inhale, hold the breath in. Shoulders roll back. Sip a little more breath in. Tuck the tailbone a little more if you can. Big exhale out. Breath in. Exhale out, hold it out. Hold the breath out, exhale a little more. Exhale a little more. Deep breath in. And release. Nice, one more round. Inhale and begin. And rest. Thumbs down, fingers wrap around, knuckles together. You're getting the hang of it. Roll the shoulders down and back. Inhale. Sip a little more in. And a little more. Exhale, release. Breath in. And breath out, hold it out. Again, roll the shoulders back, tuck the tailbone. Exhale a little more. And a little more. Deep breath in, release. Rest it in Apana Mudra, your hands laying down on your thighs, palms facing up. Close your eyes. Bhastrika breath is a cleansing pranayama, meant to get the heart rate up a little bit, get the core warming up for you before your practice. You also get this subtle, I don't want to say high, but maybe you get it when I say that. I get this subtle buzzing behind my eyes, almost like I took my first sip of coffee. Take a few more breaths. And slowly open the eyes. Bring your left hand down to your left side. You can tent the fingers if you'd like. Bring your right hand cupping behind your head. Take a big breath in and open up the shoulder even more, opening that right elbow. With an exhale, close the elbow down towards the left elbow. Inhale to open up, open the chest. Exhale to close the elbow. Inhale, open. Little back bend, exhale to close. Inhale to exhale. Moving to the beat of the music if you'd like. Keep going. Really opening the rib cage here. Let's do a couple more. And one more on the side. Inhales, keep it open. Look over towards your right elbow. And look down towards at your left shoulder. And slowly release other side, right fingertips to right side, left hand cup behind your head. Inhale to open that shoulder, open the armpit. Exhale to close it towards your right elbow. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale, open. Exhale. You can close your eyes here if you'd like. Keep going, using your breath to guide you here. And when you open with the elbow out to the left side, really drop that left hip to get a nice opening in that left side of the ribs. Nice. A couple more. There's also this assumption that if you do yoga to black metal or any kind of metal at all, you have to be just moving really fast the whole time. And I mean, the way music works, you don't have to completely move to the fastest, part of the song or fastest beat. You can also kind of take your time and just enjoy the pace of the music at your own pace. Go ahead, stay open. Look up at your left elbow and down at your right shoulder. And slowly come up. Interlace both hands behind the head, open the elbows. Take an inhale, a little bit drop back with the head. Exhale, close the elbows around the spine, look down. Stay here for a moment. Just let the weight of your hands hang on the back of your neck. Feeling the stretch all the way down the spine to the tailbone. Inhale to open up. Exhale to close. Staying here again. Just gently letting this stretch go all the way down the spine. Inhale, open. Stay open. Open the elbows even more. Maybe tuck the tailbone a little bit here, so more of the back bend is coming from the cervical and upper thoracic spine. And close. Slowly lift, hands lower down, they grab the thighs or knees. Inhale, drop the head back. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the head. Exhale, close down. Staying lifted up, go ahead, back bend, drop the head back. Focusing on the neck, right at the center of your neck. If you like to think about chakras, you can think about your throat chakra. Think about opening up your throat, opening up your ability, to speak your mind, voice your opinion. I've never had problems voicing my opinion, but maybe you do. And close down, chin to chest. Head hangs down, shakes a little side to side. Little baby head bangs, dropping the chin down. Nice, let's go ahead, remove the block, come onto a tabletop, hands and knees. Move the hips a little side to side. In the left hand to the center of the mat, inhale, right arm reaches. We're coming into a thread the needle pose. So right arm slides underneath. Left hand on the mat, left elbow is lifted. You're pressing down into the floor with the left palm. You might even start to look up towards your left shoulder, getting a twist all the way to the upper spine. You might play with some balance. Maybe you like to lift up that left leg. I usually fall on my face when I do this pose. And if you do, then it's just funny, right? We're just falling in yoga. No one's even there to see. Lower it down. Other side, pressing up, right hand to the center. Inhale, open up the left. Exhale, dive it underneath. Right palm down, right elbow up. Press down, look up at your right shoulder. Maybe you start to lift up that right leg. And lower it down. Back to tabletop. We're doing more thread the needles just at a faster rate. So instead of lifting up the arm and sliding it, we're just gonna press down the left hand and slide it, but don't lower the arm down. Keep it lifted, reaching to the left. Switching quickly, right hand down, left hand underneath, and reaches to the right, not dropping the hand on the ground. And a quick switch to the other side. Quick switch to the other side. It reminds me of a dance move, I just don't know what it is. Breathe as you switch back and forth, almost getting a little bit of work in the biceps. Let's do 5, switch for 4, switch for 3, switch for 2, and switch for 1. Tabletop, take a deep breath in. Exhale, lion's breath. Stick the tongue out and big exhale through the mouth. I love this breath because it's one of the parts of yoga, if the teacher includes it in class, where you're just taught to not give a fuck about what people think. And it's a weird thing to do in public, but maybe now is a great time for you to just let it all hang out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth, lion's breath. Couple more times, inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Again, it's that apana, that release of something you don't need. Maybe right now you think of something metaphorically you need to release, other than just your breath. Take a couple breaths, staying in your plank pose, pressing down into the floor. From here, we're gonna let the knees come back further away from the wrists. And you might know where we're going here, because I do this a lot. Modified push-ups, unless you are just totally down with normal push-ups today. But I love modified push-ups. I guess maybe it's part laziness, part convenience. And go ahead, I'm gonna keep my elbows close to me because it helps me practice for chaturanga. You can do this with the elbows out to the sides, nothing really wrong with that. But when you're in yoga and we're doing these push-ups, I would encourage you to let the shoulders get heavy, go down by your sides, and then keep the elbows close to your torso. That way it's kind of like practice for chaturanga. Take a few more. Moving to the beat. 2 more. Good, 1 more. Nice. And go ahead, let's come into a downward facing dog. Didn't say it got easier after that. Sink the heels down, press down into the floor with all 10 fingers, especially where the fingers meet the palms. Lifting the tailbone and sinking the heels. Let's slide into a plank pose. Stay in your plank. Bring your big toes together behind you. From here, we're going to bend both knees and hover them off the floor. And straighten them, squeezing your thighs and knees together. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Go ahead, continue this. Lifting and lowering the knees. Let's do 5. Good. 4. You got this. 3, 2, and 1. Let's lower the knees down. Let's take a child's pose. Because although it's black metal yoga, I'm not evil. I'll let you have a rest. Walk the hands forward. Stretching out the arms, let the forehead rest down. We rock the forehead a little side to side. Nice, coming back up. And feel free to always take your rest whenever you need. Let's come back into plank for now. Inhale to lift, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths to stay. Not a resting pose, although we are trying to find some kind of restfulness here. Some kind of stillness. Oh, hey, Mr. Boy. Ted wants to get fed. He's the most metal cat. He has this weird mole on his face. It's very cute. Sorry, I got distracted by my cat. Good breath in. Exhale, come to plank. When you come into plank, lift the head and look forward. Don't just drop the head and look down. Yeah. Exhale, drop the head, downward facing. Inhale, plank, lift the head. So we're doing these really exaggerated, kind of like head banging movement with our sliding from downward facing to plank. Continue this. Inhale to lift the head, come to plank. Exhale, drop the head, lift the hips. If you like to dance and you like the aesthetic of making things look really pretty with yoga, you can make a nice little rounded shape as you come back and forth. Another reason I love yoga, it's very expressive physically. If you're into dance, you can kind of tie that in as well. That's me in our plank pose. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees down. Good work. Let's come into a modified side plank. So I'm kicking my right foot out to the right side, lifting the left arm. I'm staying on my right knee unless you just really want to come into your side plank full right now. I'm just going to open up my left shoulder here. Reaching back. I'm tucking my right toes, and then we're going to start to lift that left leg and pulse it in the air. Flex the toes or point them really. Either way, just engage the leg and the toes. Pulsing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch. Go ahead, lower the left side down. I'm going to just crawl around this side so you can see my back. Kick the left leg out to the left side. Right arm lifts. Right leg lifts. And we're pulsing. Flexing or pointing the toes. And continuing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Come down, tabletop. And downward facing dog. From here, left foot comes to center, right leg lifts up, one-legged downward facing. Let's bend the knee and start to make circles with the right knee. Then we're gonna open the hip and see if we can flip our dog, dropping the right foot to the left side of the mat, reaching the right arm up. Press the hips in the sky, really high. Let's look down our left hand, come back into one-legged downward facing. Draw the knee in towards the nose and kick the right foot out to the left, letting it come through to that fallen warrior. From here, I want you to drop the left ankle to the right side and lift that left arm to the sky. Yeah, it's more work than it looks. Lower the left hand, step back, plank pose, downward facing. I'm already sweating. Lift that left leg up, one leg in, other side. Bend the knee, open the hip, make little circles. And peel it open. Flip your dog, reach up with the left. Press the hips up to the sky. Good. Left hand lowers down, keep the left leg lifted and one-legged downward facing. Draw knee to nose, kick the leg through to the right, fallen warrior. Right heel lowers the left side, reach the right arm up to the sky. Reach up, press the hips in the sky. Right hand comes down, step it back, child's pose. Forehead drops. Hands walk further away. Collecting your breath. Feeling a sense of groundedness. Slowly come up, tabletop. Let's go back into our downward facing dog. We're lifting the left leg and stepping it through, coming into our low lunge. Take your time here. Might be a good time to grab your blocks. If you have them, you don't need them. They just be a nice addition. Arms can lift, or you can keep your hands on your blocks at either side. You can interlace on your left thigh. I personally love this one. I just feel very stoic. You can chill here, bring your hands interlace behind the head and open the chest once again. And hands come down. Step it back, switch sides. Downward facing, right leg lifts. Step it through. Low lunge. Arms can lift. Good. Whatever feels good. Explore the pose at your own pace. Just feeling the nice opening sensation at the front of that left hip. Back to downward facing. Left leg lifts, step it through, runner's lunge. So we keep our hands down. You can grab your blocks here if you have them, one in each hand. If you don't have them, you can just have your fingertips down on the floor. I want you to lift the hips up and start to straighten that left knee. It doesn't have to lock. If it does, then if it feels good, then you can do that. Otherwise, you can keep a nice bend, especially if your hands are down all the way on the floor. Might be a little harder to straighten it. So do what feels good. I want you to lower down to a lower lunge. Inhale, lifting, dropping the head. Again, inhale, looking forward. Exhaling. Back and forth, following your breath, following the music. Let's do a few more, and we're all going to meet in this lifted position. All right, so we're staying here with that left leg not straight unless you want it straight, maybe a little bend. Then I want you to lift and lower that right hip. So this is me lifting it, peeling it open. I feel a nice stretch in the inner left groin, down the hamstring of the left leg. And I'm closing the right hip, and this is what it looks like. Staying on the ball of my right toes, my right foot. Inhaling to open the hip, exhaling to close. My left leg's not really moving at all. It's more my right leg doing the work. Opening the hip and closing. Maybe you go slow. Just gently encouraging the groin to kind of stretch out a little bit. Start to bend that left knee. You can move the blocks in front for now. Now from here, I want you to start to bring the left foot to the outer corner of the left side of your mat. Now I want you to heel toe that left foot so it comes down the mat and the toes point away to the left side of your room. Now we're gonna start to come on the back, the outer right edge of the back right foot. Hope I explained that well. Usually I don't. So our left toes are pointing left, our right toes are pointing left, and we're here with the left arm in the air. Maybe we start to pulse here, pressing into the left foot, deepening the stretch. Nice. And from here, we start to lower the right hip all the way down. I'm gonna keep my right arm the way it is. And it feels like a really deep stretch here in my left leg, all the way down to the glutes. You're kind of just hanging out. I like this deep stretch. Maybe you wanna back out of it. You can heel to the left foot, a little to the left. Maybe you reach down with the left hand, you grab the back of the right knee, getting a nice stretch in the right side body, and dropping the left ear to left side. And left hand comes down under the left shoulder, step back for plank, and downward facing. Other side, right leg lifts up. And we step it through, runner's lunge. You can grab your blocks. We're back here. We start with an inhale to look forward. Exhale to straighten and drop the head. At your own pace, maybe to the music. I love the idea that the Apana Mudra is like horns, because the idea of Apana just fits so well with what metal is all about. It's all about releasing energy, releasing pain, releasing anger. And not because we're angry all the time, but because releasing that emotion allows us to be better, allows us to let other things in. And we're staying lifted now. Right leg straight or a slightly bent knee. And then we're going to start to open and close that left hip, staying on the ball of the left foot. It's almost like going from a lunge to a warrior two. It's kind of the sensation, because you're dropping the heel down when you do the warrior two. And it feels like a nice opening in the inner right thigh. Let's do a few more. Nice. Let's bend the right knee. You can move the blocks aside. The heel to the right foot, to the right side of your mat. Right arm comes inside. I'm gonna turn around so you can see me better. And we're gonna start to walk the right foot down the mat, down the right side, toes pointed to the right side of your room. Left heel drops, so we're on the outer left edge of that left foot. Right arm lifts up to the sky. Press the right foot down, maybe start to do little pulses. And eventually we drop the left hip down, leaning into the left arm. You can stay here in this deep stretch all the way down the right leg, or you can heel toe the right foot further down the mat to release that deep stretch. Go ahead, reach the right arm up and go ahead, grab behind that left knee. Maybe you drop the ear to right shoulder. Feeling kind of like a metal mermaid in this pose. Hand comes down under the right shoulder, step it back, downward facing. I'm gonna turn around, back to my original spot, and slowly walk the feet forward to hands. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Heel toe the feet further apart. Grab opposite elbows with opposite hands, and big sways side to side, drop the head. Interlace the hands and let your hands rest right at the base of the skull behind your head. Maybe you squeeze the elbows closer together, you don't have to. Just letting your head get really heavy here. Release the hands down, heel to the feet under the hips. Inhale halfway. Flat back, exhale, forward fold. And the knees slowly press and roll to rise. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do a sun C. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Right foot steps back, right knee lowers down, low lunge, arms sweep up. Hands come down, plank, high to low. Inhale, upward facing to downward facing. Right leg reaches up and knee draws in, step it through. Low lunge, left knee lowers, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands come down. Step the left foot forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. And the knees sweep up. And all the way come down, exhale. Other side, inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Left foot steps back, left knee lowers, sweep up. Hands come down to plank, high to low. Inhale to exhale. Left leg sweeps up and step it through. Right knee lowers down, sweep up. Hands come down, step right foot to meet the left. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. And the knees slowly roll to rise. Inhale, arms reach. Hands come down to heart center. We're going to step the left foot back for warrior two. Open the arms. Look down the right arm. Maybe feel a nice stretch in that left side of your neck, all the way down to the left shoulder. Walk the right toes a little more to the front of the mat to get a deeper pose. Nice and strong. Good. Bend that right knee. Side angle pose, right forearm drops to right thigh. Sweep left arm over left ear. Maybe the hand comes down in front of the shin and presses into the inner right heel. From here, take the left arm, reach back behind you, pull yourself up. Start to straighten that right leg. You can always keep a bend in that right knee. Kick your hip out and drop down for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Left arm comes back up. And go ahead, lower the left hand down, just tented fingers or on a block, and reach the right arm up for twisted triangle. Nice. Grab your block in your right hand. Start to bend that right knee. I'm gonna heel toe my left foot a little closer to the front of the mat. Blocks in my right hand. I reach it forward and kick the left leg up for half moon pose. Ardha Chandrasana. Still don't know if it's Chandrasana or Chandrasana. Anyone know? Let me know. I was too lazy to Google it, I guess. See if you can stay here and open up that left side of the shoulder, or left shoulder, left side of the chest. Flex the left toes. Keep the left leg lifted. Let's land back into warrior two and reverse. Good. Let's try it one more time, but this time come right into half moon. Reach forward, grab your block, and lift up for half moon. Stay for 2 breaths. You can keep your block in your hand if you'd like as you come back down to warrior two and reverse. Let's do one more half moon like that. Go ahead, come forward and lift. Holding for 3, for 2, and this time we just forward fold, left foot comes down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Slowly roll to rise, come all the way up, inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. I'm gonna turn and face the other way. You can stay how you are. And from here, we're stepping the right foot back, warrior two, opening the arms. Looking down your left arm. Arms are strong. Maybe you deepen the pose by inching the left toes closer to the front, bending more into that left leg. Nice. Feeling the strength of this pose. Maybe doing your Apana Mudra. And let's lower the left forearm to left thigh, side angle pose. Parsvanakonasana. See if it's possible for you to make a nice long line from your right foot all the way down to your right fingertips. Maybe you slide the left arm to the inner left shin. Reach back with the right, pull yourself up. Or preparing for triangle pose. You can straighten the left hip, the left leg, kick out the hip, and reach the right arm up for Trikonasana. Getting the block ready, twisted triangle, lifting the left, looking to the left. Coming back for regular triangle pose. Bending the knee, bringing that right foot a little closer, and preparing for half moon. So reach that. I'm gonna prepare so I don't hit my head on the wall. So maybe you should too, if that's the situation. Lean forward, bring your hand down to the block, and reach the right arm up. Right leg lifts and is strong. Flex the foot. Good. Keep the leg lifted. See if you can stay here. A 3, 2. Let's come back down to warrior two. If you want to keep your block in hand, you can. Nice little reverse. Winding up, let's do it again. Come down, lift up. Good. Doing one more. Let's reverse. After this, you're gonna be so pro at half moon pose. And come down. Let's stay here for a couple extra breaths. Nice. For 3, 2, and lower the right foot down for forward fold. Heel to the feet further away. Feel free to grab opposite elbows and sway. Good work. There's something I did want to do during class today. So if you have a wall near you, go to the wall. If you have just have really cool plants everywhere and pictures everywhere and not a place to lean against the wall, then you can come into bridge pose. It's a little bit an easier version of what we're going to do, but you'll still get the feeling in your butt and your thighs. So as you probably assumed, we're coming into a wall sit because everyone loves these. It's everyone's favorite thing to do in yoga. I'm always getting emails asking to do this. So that's all you guys. So thanks for recommending this every time. Sink down lower and press your back and especially your lower back into the wall. Maybe you want to heel toe your feet closer together. See if you can lift that left leg just off the floor, flexing the toes up. Maybe just pulsing the left thigh in the air for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch. Right leg lifts for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, sink down lower. You're not going to find this in your yoga books, friends. I like to blend different, types of exercise with yoga. I just think it's fun to pulse, to get a little bit of, this is almost like bar, repetitive motion in a single part. Let's drop the hands down by our sides, thumbs facing away from the wall. Keep your rib cage lowered down and pressing your back into the wall. So I don't want to see the chest lift as we do this. You might even take your hand for a moment and just press down on top of the ribs and make sure they're tucked. Stay there and keep the arms lift and start to lift the arms overhead. Drop the rib cage. Lower the arms. Inhale to lift. Press the back into the wall. And lower one more time. And lower down. Press into the wall with your hands. Let's just come into a forward fold, leaning our butt against the wall. Feels so good. Nice job. Let's come down onto our mats, onto our backs. We're almost there, friends. Hug the knees into the chest, rock a little side to side. Before we complete into Shavasana, let's come into a lying figure 4, crossing the right foot over the left thigh, interlacing under the left thigh, flexing the feet. Or you can interlace on top of the left shin. Switch sides. I can't tell if I'm sweating this much from the yoga or from not having air conditioning. I do miss hot yoga, so it works. Nice job. It's finally time for Shavasana, the most mellow pose of all. Go ahead and extend the legs down. Find a comfortable position. Into corpse pose. Take a few moments to just breathe. Maybe loudly exhale through the mouth. You've made it here. You've made it to the end. Notice what your body is feeling. Notice your heartbeat. Your breath is natural. You feel grounded and content. Staying and breathing. If you'd like to come up to a seat, you can roll to one side slowly and press up. And slip the palms up to the sky, resting our hands on our knees, and come into another Apana Mudra. Eyes are gently opened. What do you want to leave behind? What emotion or reaction is not serving you? So you can leave it and let something else new in. The light and dark in me loves and honors the light and dark in you. And together we say, Namaste. Oh. Thank you all so much for coming. Hope you liked it. Hope you liked the playlist. I already actually have the other ones made because I just got so excited to make these playlists that I already have them all made. So unless you have some kind of recommendation, feel free to shoot me a message.